Stop using AI slop. Either use the best or create with me today. Hi everyone, I am Hardoor. I have been exploring all the AI tools coming out this year and the last year after quitting my job at Microsoft, where I was working on some AI tools, iOS development, Android development, RAG-based applications. Lot to talk about that later, but today my goal is to show you some of the AI tools coming up, including AI Fiesta from Dhruv Rathee, including some AI-powered browsers such as the OpenAI's browser that came out today. I'm going to show you all of that. There are some tools on one side which are actually paid and basically add zero value to your lives and basically are AI slop. On the other hand, there are apps and tools which are free and some you can create with me right now which add 10x value to your lives. So first of all, let's start with AI Fiesta from Dhruv Rathee. I'm going to talk about two use cases that Dhruv Rathee has presented and what I feel about it. So AI Fiesta, the idea is for $12 per month or around 1,000 rupees per month, you get pretty much all the models out there. ChatGPT Nano, he has like ChatGPT 4o mini to 5 mini, but not 5. 5 if you want, it's premium, but it's still available. And then Gemini 2.5 Lite, I can use Gemini 2.5 Pro because I have premium. I'm going to use premium features of all of these models to actually show you the use cases. I'm going to use Sonnet 4.0. It doesn't have Sonnet 4.5. It has Haiku, but not the premium Sonnet 4.5. So Grok 3 Mini, I'm going to change it to Grok 4. And yeah, and this is ByteDance, which I'll show you later. So here I can ask about some, things that I actually care about, which could be biased in some models. For example, let's say I want to ask, is it true that 10% of Americans believe that Earth is flat, not like round or oval shape? So you can ask questions like these because if you're presenting this as a fact to your audience, if you're a content creator, it can actually lead to backlash. So if you want fact check like this, so Gemini 2.5 Pro, it should be fast, but we don't have answer from Gemini 2.5. Okay, it's here now. DeepSeek, we don't have answer yet. Perplexity we have. Sonnet we have. Grok 4 we have. So still waiting on DeepSeek, and then we will talk about the answer. So I love this idea actually, but I will talk more about it. So let the DeepSeek reasoner finish. Okay, so DeepSeek is done as well. So basically GPT-5 says no, Gemini says kind of 2 to 6% according to these three data, and then DeepSeek says, the DeepSeek is saying pretty much same as Google, 2 to 4% based on the university data. Perplexity is saying the same. Wow, pretty quality information. It's giving data as per the latest poll by government, some universities. Pretty good. So 2 to 6% Americans believe that Earth is round or Earth is flat, and then Sonnet also says no, and on the other hand, Grok 4 says it gives you data like 84% says Earth is round, and then 2 to 6%. Pretty much all these models are giving the right answer. But let me show you something. I did a comparison with the normal model, not the pro models, and it was crazy that some models gave answer as yes as well. So when I use the smaller version of their models, you won't believe, according to some surveys, around 10 to 15% Americans believe the Earth is flat rather than spherical. So these small models sometimes don't give the right answer, don't give the thoughtful answer. So there is value for reasoning models. There is value for bigger models. So that's the conclusion I learned. This was very informative. I was able to learn thanks to this platform. But for me personally, Dhruv Rathee's AI Fiesta doesn't add much value. This is like a rare case scenario where it adds value because I only use Claude and OpenAI. Do you know why? Because they personally have already seen my scripts from the last 2 years. They have memory features. They understand how I write. So look at this AWS outage script I wrote with Claude. They have pretty much fine-tuned itself as per my knowledge database that they have already since the last 1 year. That's why ChatGPT, Claude have more understanding about you. They have more memory. But AI Fiesta does not have the memory feature. And number 2 reason is that rather than actually paying 1,000 rupees for AI Fiesta, you can actually, for free, make app like this for 1 or 2 times, you would have a use case like this. Let me show you that as well. I'm going to first, but before that, I'm going to show you the second use case, that is with image generation. So for example, I wanted to create this thumbnail. Now with AI Fiesta, I can create with Nano Banana, I can create with ByteDance Seedream, which is rated #1 image generation model in the world, and ChatGPT is decent in image generation, especially for thumbnails. So I wanted to optimize this thumbnail. I was like, improve it for better CTR, and you won't believe the better results were not with Seedream for me personally. The better results were actually with Nano Banana. This is from Nano Banana, this thumbnail, and ChatGPT actually did not give me like 16:9 aspect ratio. So I only like the result from Nano Banana. And to have an app like this paid, I would create it for free on Lovable. So I went to Lovable. I said, hey, create me a YouTube thumbnail optimizer. I gave it a system prompt. So I'm going to show you that app. It took me like hardly 2 minutes, because the Nano Banana API key is paid API if you create an app from scratch. But if you create with Lovable, that API key will be automatically used for free and you don't need to manually add it. So Lovable actually gives you features for free, which if you create that app on Cursor or Claude Code, if you know coding, it would be paid. That's the magic I saw with Lovable, because they have enough funding. So I created this app. I said, hey, create me a YouTube thumbnail analyst with maximizing click-through rate. So the CTR should be maximum with the thumbnail. And some features I gave. It's a huge prompt. I'll give you in the comments or description below. So I gave it a prompt in my style, and the website is ready. Let me show you. So I'm going to upload the thumbnail. So let's say the same Notion thumbnail I'm going to put. So I have so many thumbnails right here. So this is the thumbnail I'm going to put. I'm going to say optimize it for productivity thumbnail, because I know Nano Banana works better for me, as you saw it through AI Fiesta. I have given the prompt with Nano Banana, create 2 versions or 4 versions, and you can ask for as many versions you want. And now within 10 to 20 seconds, it gives you 2 to 4 versions. You can ask it, and the unbelievable fact is, you can create apps like AI Fiesta for free. All right, so Lovable's app has created 2 models. Character is decently consistent, I'll say. Mind-blowing productivity hack. It's like very overhyped thumbnail. Both thumbnails are very over the top, overhyped. So what I usually do is copy this thumbnail in my Photoshop and replace my face, which has more of my character. It's pretty decent, but I will replace it to more authentic character. And if you ask Lovable what API you're using, it'll say Gemini 2.5 Flash image preview, which is crazy. You can create as many images, because the free Gemini Nano Banana only gives you 2 images in a minute and finite number of images a day. You can even ask it, would you be able to add 2 more images created with ByteDance Seedream API. Once again, it's the free version of Lovable. I am not paying for it. There's an upgrade button right here. I never had to pay for the apps I've created with Lovable. I asked it, integrate Seedream's API. It figured out that it's available somewhere for free, like let's say on Together AI. I know a lot of sources. It figures out, integrates, so you have 4 thumbnail variants when you're generating. So it's way better for your personal use case, that you can vibe code with Lovable, Cursor, depending on what you want. Let me show you another vibe coded app I've created, because I want you to learn that vibe coding with free tools gives you more value. So I have created this menu generation app. It's on Vercel, by the way. This one I created with Claude Code. It's on my GitHub, by the way. Sometimes, a lot of Indians don't know if the food has beef or not. So that's why I created this cultural menu translator. You upload an image of a menu. It's inspired by Andrik Arpathi's app, but it's not the same. You upload an image of a menu, and then you get cultural elements of that food. For example, this is black pepper beef fried rice. From the menu, you cannot even understand which food has beef, pork. So what it does is it gives you beef alert. It gives you pork alert. Some of the rice in China has pork sprinkles on it, even in Vietnam. So for example, let's say you're going on a date with your girlfriend, you can literally talk about cultural element for a random food with this app, and you can get to know if it has beef, pork and if it is healthy or not, because a lot of food is very oily, so it gives you literally oil rating as well. And this app was created by me in an hour just by typing simple prompts like create a menu translator with an image with these features which are right here. You can literally give spiciness, origin, and it's very basic. I created through Claude Code and I hosted on Vercel, so pretty straightforward. I learned a lot in the process. That's why I wanted to create with Claude Code. I could do the same with Lovable as well, but you will not learn as much I have learned. I've literally integrated batch processing in this app. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Dhruv Rathee's app is AI Slop. I'm just saying for me, value provided by free apps versus paid is shown right here. Now let's talk about OpenAI's browser called Atlas, and I'm going to show you how much value it adds to my life. And the shocking part is it is not as much the hype is. So for example, I actually, with the browser today wanted to book a hostel for OpenAI's dev day for Seoul. So I wanted to book it and I was like, okay, let's go to hostelworld.com, ask it, find me the hostel which is near the OpenAI event. It figured out where the OpenAI event is, tried to struggle through the maps on Hostelworld's website with the agent mode, it struggled. And that's why I'm not yet moving to OpenAI's browser. I know it has great scope, the agent mode is amazing. It is not in my current favorite browser, which I've mentioned many times. It's none other than Dia browser, which I was just using, because the value that is added in my life because of this browser is way more. For example, let's say if I'm going through this PDF, which is like a popular PDF. So for example, this is a popular research report from MIT that was talking about 95% of AI is AI slop. It doesn't add much value and it's expensive. It's going to be a bubble. And it talks about that where it adds value is in creator industry and software industry and also customer support. Rest it's going to fail. So you can literally do Command E. You get this chat. I have saved a lot of skills which are not in OpenAI. So for example, I have two favorite prompts for summary. One is extract wisdom, which is one of the popular prompts for summaries, and other is summarize, which is like give me headings of each topic discussed plus summary below it. So that's the prompt and it goes through it and see how fast it is. It has ChatGPT integrated and within few seconds it's doing the same. It's using GPT-5, but I personally like the user interface and gives you a beautiful summary. You can ask it extract wisdom. You have other prompts like job comparison. Let me show you the crazy use case. This is my resume and this is the job post I've opened at Microsoft. I'm going to literally ask at LinkedIn. This is the job post. And then at resume, which is right here. It's already added to the context. I don't need to add. And then I don't even need to write the prompt that check if this job position matches my resume or if there is any, skill mismatch. I can just do slash and then do slash and then do job comparison. So literally it will tell me what skills are in my resume and what I don't. So basically going through those tabs, requirements, preferred qualifications, and whatever that is missing, you can write another prompt, or it is right here with the saved prompt that if I want to align it, I should have more of these skills, let's say .NET, React, TypeScript, which I don't have. I can add it in my resume and literally apply. These kind of features are very useful with an AI powered browser. Not this it, you can summarize emails, you can write tweets. I have another prompt called /tweet and you can make this whole website tweet and it'll allow you to post with one click of a button. So it created this tweet about this position in 280 characters. So a lot of things you can do with an AI powered browser and it makes me more productive. Another use case that is my favorite is creating and adding YouTube timestamps, title and description. Let's say I open one of my podcasts, I can literally have skills saved. I have skills saved for example, let's say I open this video, like, truth of China, comparing with the US technologies. I can do Command E, give me timestamps. That's a skill I have saved. It gives me timestamps of those topics I can add in the description and YouTube will have it right after. So cool. These features allow you to just copy paste. So cool. These features are available for free on this browser called Dia. I also use Arc browser because you can see on my Arc browser, I have so many bookmarks right there. Just check out my bookmarks, how dense they are. For example, I have bookmarks of studying abroad news from Economic Times. I have bookmarks of my script. I have bookmarks of my video editing tools. So if you look at my if you look at my coding folder, you will see that there are so many dense bookmarks of GitHub repos that are my favorite, plus San Francisco housing. Then AI has really dense bookmark, which are my favorite AI tools. So these bookmarks are so dense, managed on my Arc browser. One day when Arc and Dia browser merges, this will be very useful to me. Now, next app that I use, which is definitely not an AI slop, is none other than Outlook. You might judge me, I use Outlook for my Gmail emails as well. I love the app so much. So let me start with the story of Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, the popular investor, he actually handwrites every single email. I think it's okay to use AI for your emails only which are automated emails where you have like, oh, can I have time with you for so and so time, where you want to link your Calendly. Hey, here's my Calendly. You can schedule a time. It's okay for that. But it's not okay for majority of my emails. I read them, properly write them, because a lot of times I've seen AI missed one of the question in the email. A lot of times it doesn't feel like it's me when I'm writing. And AI has, like, plagiarism detector. OpenAI has added space intentionally in your email where someone can tell, going through the spaces, going through the special characters, that it's definitely AI. So that's why I have started to write my handwritten emails short and concise. Here is a detailed walkthrough of my email. I never actually click on unsubscribe button on any of the email because that could be a phishing attempt. For example, this hostel word, I don't go bottom unsubscribe because who knows it's a phishing attempt or not. I always choose these buttons: report, phishing, or junk. Then this email will never reach your inbox. And other thing is, let's say I want this email to be an other, I can just right click, always move to focus or always move to other. Then every newsletter from, let's say, Hostel World will only be in other and I will never get a notification. Part of Outlook is also my calendar. My entire calendar is planned with the help of Claude AI. I use a skill called timeboxing. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So every single minute on my calendar, so like these videos I want to film, I plan it, put it in my calendar, and if it is in my calendar, it will definitely happen because I'll get reminders. So with Claude MCP server, you can do it with Claude. Just integrate your calendar on Claude. If you notice on my Outlook that I had emails from Yutori. That's the next favorite AI app, which is not an AI slop. I use a lot. So in this, there's something called as customized newsletters you can make. So in my email you saw these emails coming from Yutori for the events that I actually want to catch up on. So things that I care about are sent to me, the trends I want to follow up. Let's say I want to buy a Levi's jeans and it's out of stock. I can go to Yutori and ask it, alert me when this jeans is available, or alert me when there is something like H1B visa happening, alert me when there is something on like Cursor, Windsor. This alert is basically for critical security flaws in AI based learning. So any alert you want in AI job hiring, you can create on Yutori. It's a background agent, works in the background of browsers, and it's magical as well. Next cool application, which is my favorite, is Raycast. By the way, on my MacBook, I'm using Stage Manager, so you see only one application. Such a cool feature. You can only show one thing at a time then. So in Raycast, you can do something cool as extensions. A lot of extensions. I'm not going to show ChatGPT, etc., which you saw in my browser. I don't need it here. But the coolest extension is applications. For example, if you want to download YouTube video, which is right here, you can click on this, paste the link, video will be downloaded. You don't need to go to browser, open YouTube video downloader or music downloader. All the things, let's say you download every day, you can add those extensions, have right here. This is one of my most powerful extension I use most. Basically any application you open, let's say upscale image, you can add an extension for it. Any creator tool, any of your job tool, which you imagine, you can find an extension on Raycast, or you can create one with AI and add it here and makes your life easier. I always use this video downloader. I don't need to go to browser, YouTube video downloader, YouTube music downloader, and it downloads right in front of my eyes. So magical. And if I use AI for my emails, then what free tool I use? It's again Dia browser. On Dia browser, so let's say I go to my emails, let's say newsletter emails. I want to send a reply to any random person. So let's say this guy, let's say I want to reply to, think about it. So let's say this one, climate work. So I want to reply to this person, invite them to a podcast. I can do Command E /invite podcast. That's already saved in my skills of Dia browser. I hit enter, it'll draft an email with my Calendly link I can store in the memory of this browser, and then copy paste. It'll just be an insert button away, and I can invite that guy in a podcast. Super seamless with this browser. So these are only few AI apps I use. If there is no AI app existing, I create it. That should be the goal of everyone watching in 2025. You can literally create apps and you don't need to pay for any AI app, which is Slop. With Lovable, Bolt, Cursor, Claude Code. Claude Code is my favorite AI code editor, which I use every time. I don't use Cursor much, and I only thing that I pay for is just one application, that is Claude, and sometimes OpenAI as well, because it was having memory feature before Claude. But my favorite tool is Claude. I think one day when Agent by OpenAI is ready with the browser, which is faster, as fast as you actually doing things, because my problem is if I can actually add things to my Instacart or add and book flights faster with my hands, I don't want to wait for an AI agent by OpenAI. When that becomes faster, I will surely switch one day and show you if my decisions have changed. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.